Hi everybody, this is Jessica, the Enneagram Life Coach, and this is the final video in this grouping I'm doing of what we look like as our best selves. This work comes from Riso and Hudson, and this is based on the levels of health for each Enneagram type, and these videos are sharing the target, what we want to aim for according to our Enneagram type or our wings or our lines. You will also benefit from understanding what your wings and your lines, their highest versions. But we start with our core self, right? And these videos, and I can tell you, I'm here to be a witness that this is not just an impossible standard. This is totally attainable. People who do Enneagram work, not only myself, but my family and friends and clients, when you set your intentions and recognize how your ego is holding you hostage and realize the way out, Enneagram helps you notice what your blind spots and the false beliefs that you have, and then teaches you how to release them. That sets you free to be a much better version of yourself. You are made in the image of God to be here on this earth to do good and to be loving and to, teach and heal and help the world. And we do that best when we release the false lies that our ego tries to convince us. So in other videos, I talked about the head types and the heart types. And now I'm going to, in this quick video, go over the head types. This is types 5, 6, and 7. And this is my territory because I'm a head type. So let's start with type 5s. 5s have this feeling, they're often called like observers or investigators, and they're very often watching the world as if they're not part of it. And that's not true. So at their very, very best, a 5 realizes they are part of the chaos. Part of it is 5s are like, I don't even want to be part of y'all's mess. 5s think the rest of us humans are kind of crazy and messy and dramatic, and they're not wrong. They're not wrong. But because of that, it makes them want to stand back as observers and not engage and be activated in their bodies and in their hearts and in the world. But here's the good news, 5s. The good news is you are not separate. You think you're separate, but you're actually not. You're one of us. And when a 5 can realize that, she will energize her heart and her body, not just her mind. And she will bring her expertise and her skills and her knowledge and her profundity and all of the things that 5s bring, the stability. Lord knows we need some stable 5s in this world. I married one, and thank God I did, because believe it or not, I am way more stable and calm now than I used to be. So once 5s engage and realize they are not separate, that sets them free to be their highest image-bearing version of themselves, image-bearing of God. The fundamental belief that we are operating here from is that all humans have a divine light, a divine breath, and a way to reflect God to the world around them. And one way of looking at this, though certainly not the only way, is through the Enneagram lens. So how is it that you will most shine your divine gifts? Because this is the thing, the way your ego is structured and your gifts and the things you're good at and the things you're not good at, they do have a place and they are part of your calling or your purpose. But when we're not healthy, we kind of use them haphazardly and unintentionally and subconsciously, and it ends up being a dumpster fire. But once we can get this ordered and get our target straight and know what we're aiming for, which is what these videos are doing, then you can release that and become the best version of yourself in an orderly way, from chaos to order. Okay, now type 6s. Type 6s, when they reach their highest versions of themselves is once they realize they do not need to be getting support and guidance from external places. They don't have to listen to or they feel insecure if they were just to check in with their own heart and soul and body and mind. That makes a 6 feel nervous. 6s like to be linked to other people. That's why they like the whole community thing. But 6s, when they can release that, when they realize that they have their own navigational system built in, given them the day they were born, that they and God together can partner up and they can have clarity and they can have direction. Now, they're not going to get certainty, right? Even though they want that. We don't have certainty. But what you can do is trust that you are already guided. just you and spirit. You don't need other people. You don't need other groups. You do need to practice hearing and working on your clarity and kind of logic. Sometimes sixes emotions get the best of them and they just run wild. So in the quiet spaces, sixes, when you start calming your mind and you can stop the constant, revving and the high energy vibrations that are always going on in your head, when you can get into the silence and know that you are held and you are guided, that's when you finally get what you want, which is the feeling of security, because you know that you actually are as secure as you can be when you are under the wings of the Most High. And in that place, you are such a team leader. You are such a loyal friend and a contributor and sixes do all sorts of work, a hard worker, dutiful, just ambassador, good at noticing what's going to go wrong, good at logistics, good at problem solving. What is it called? Like a sentinel, a watchman on the wall, noticing what could go wrong. You're really good at all of that, and you're best at it when it's you connected to God. Okay, and then let's go to type 7s, which is my type. Oh, this is such good news. I'm telling you guys, Enneagram is such good news. So 7s have a false belief that there is something over there, an experience, a toy, an object, a job, a something, a fill in the blank. And then I will be like nurtured or nourished the way I need to be. Like 7s can feel like they don't have what they need. They don't have what they need. They don't have what they need. And so they're kind of like frantically grasping at all these external experiences and things. And here's the great news, 7s. You've already got it all. Right here, right now. This is like no place like home, right, Dorothy? When we are connected to the divine in every moment, we have everything we need. We are fully nurtured. We can rest. And in that space, once we finally have the, that feeling of contentment, not of emptiness now, but of contentment and fulfillment, I would say, once that is achieved, and it is totally possible, then we can flourish. We can, engage our active minds, and our, 7s are into spontaneity and idea generating and projects and art and information categorizing and organizing and putting out into the world. And we can really work hard on our sober thoughts, sober mindedness, which, when 7s are frantically chasing all the things, it's like monkey mind, and it's just complete chaos all the time. But once we can be still and know who our God is and know that we are fully taken care of, then we can flourish into the best versions of ourselves, full of joy, full of gratitude, just absolute wonder at how amazing everything actually is right here in this moment. That's what 7s are good at noticing. Okay, please like and subscribe to my channel. I hope this was useful for you. Stay on target, and I will see you in the next video.